You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way up to, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Batard. B-A-T-A-R-D. That's shopify.com/Batard. B-A-T-A-R-D. Now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Batard. Now's a good time to remember where the story of tequila started. In 1795, the first tequila distillery was opened by the Cuervo family. And 229 years later, Cuervo is still going strong. Family owned from the start, same family, same land. Now's a good time to enjoy Cuervo, the tequila that invented tequila. Go to Cuervo.com to shop tequila or visit a store near you. Cuervo, now's a good time. Trademarks owned by Becle, SAB the CV. Copyright 2024. Proximo. Jersey City, New Jersey. Please drink responsibly.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
I'm afraid David Samson is going to die soon.
Huh. Just in general, or did something happen? David seems surprised by this.
That's the problem. Because David Samson has sleep habits that are truly unlike any person that I believe to be functioning or alive. David Samson, how much do you sleep on average every night?
We've talked about it. 2 to 3 hours.
So that he might have incredible genetic mutation, because different people need different amounts of sleep, and so like the sleep time is really important for like brain health, and it's possible in the same way that some people are more genetically equipped to run long distances, and people are more genetically equipped to do certain things, that he might be.
He's the barefoot runner, Olympic runner of sleeplessness.
I did a race yesterday morning.
It's like it's supposedly like real short-term memory and a lot of like brain function stuff is really tied into the amount of sleep that you get. And I don't get any inkling from David that he struggles with any of those things. So maybe he doesn't need that much sleep.
But that's the warning sign, is that for people who don't know, David runs marathons. He does insane 7 continent, 7-day, 7 marathon stunts. He hosts a show by himself, and when you talk to him into a microphone relentlessly every day. And he's one of those energetic people that I know, and he sleeps the least of anybody that I am aware of. And I'm just concerned that there is going to be a reckoning.
What reckoning?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like I'm gonna have a heart attack on camera.
The problem is
what's the reckoning you're talking. Am I missing something?
I agree
Am
with
I
Pablo.
bleeding right now, like out of my ears?
I agree with Pablo in theory, but you would see some signs from someone or some along the way. So like when I go without sleep, like it is obvious that I am terribly slow, and like when I go for a week or so without getting a good amount of sleep. Like if I have a lot of work to do or whatever, and so 4 hours of sleep a night for like 7 days, there's a problem. So I have melatonin for that. When I travel or when I'm uncomfortable, whatever, I'll take some melatonin. I forgot my melatonin this time, so I had to go to
There's a CVS very close.
Yeah, I went and copped some melatonin.
Well, Dominique, put a pin in that. I'm going to put that in the Google Doc, Dominique's melatonin adventure. Because the other reason I think David Samson is going to die soon is because joining us on Zoom is former Marlins bat boy Nick Cirillo.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah!
Nick, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Do you remember this man here in the white polo shirt waving?
Hey.
How are you, man?
What's happening, bud?
Wow, it's been a
Long
minute.
time no see.
It's been a minute.
I've said more words to you just now than I've ever said in my whole life.
Nick, we've been talking about what happened to you. David Samson presented the story of what happened to you. And I just want to get some basic facts correct, which is that Brad Penny offered you, I believe, $500. Was that?
Yep.
Yep.
Brad Penny offered me $500 to drink a gallon of milk in an hour. That is correct.
And you did it in 59 minutes, is what we read.
57 minutes-ish, and I threw up all over the place.
Yep. Where did this take place in the building, just so we can paint the picture for everybody before we get to the litigation side of this?
I don't even remember, at Hard Rock Stadium or whatever you want to call it, Joe Robbie, pro player. I don't even know what it's called anymore. In the kitchen. So the kitchen was tiny. It couldn't have been any more than like a 10 by 10 little room. And I was sitting on the counter, and I had to sit there the whole time. That was part of the deal. I couldn't move or do anything or go to the bathroom. I sat in the corner by the coffee machine and drank milk for an hour.
How much did you love being a Marlins bat boy, Nick?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it's every American kid's dream, you know? I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with their idols every single day for 80 games? You know, it's awesome.
And so when you barfed everywhere, did you have any sense in that moment that your dream, the American dream, was in jeopardy?
Absolutely not. I was told that nothing could happen to me because I was just throwing up. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't beat anybody up. I thought I was good.
David Samson.
Killer of American dreams.
I killed his American dream, Pablo. Do you think maybe it's a little much?
No.
No, I see where Nick is coming from. And Nick, let me ask it to you very bluntly then. How long have you waited for the opportunity that you have right now on this show?
Oh, probably 20 years. I mean, David Samson never ever actually face-to-face told me what I was getting suspended for. I never was called to his office. He never said anything to me. So I'd love to hear his side of the story.
Coward.
I've been driving to Disney World today, so I don't really know what's going on the show.
Well,
The most magical place on earth.
It's been happy and magical in its own right.
Hopefully David Samson doesn't ruin that dream.
I'm going to stop him from
You
going
might.
to Disney.
Hold on, we're holding a 20-year delayed HR meeting, David. And it's you and Nick and me and Dominique.
It would not have been my job. It just would not have been my job to be in that room. So I feel no guilt over that. You can make me out to be the bad guy for not talking to him to let him go, but it's
Nobody's
quite
making
common.
you out to be a bad guy. You have an opportunity.
Whose job is it?
It's not
When you
even.
trade-
It's not
when
even
you
a
trade
GM.
when you trade a player, or cut a player, you don't talk to them and say, "Hey, see you later." Like,
I'm sorry, but you were not a player.
What?
I'm not saying
You
that.
worked in the
But
clubhouse.
that is
Meant
your
something
job.
to the team.
It is your job.
It
I
is.
mean, you're the GM or whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I will
know,
call myself the president, and the GM
Sure.
would not. My guess is the GM did not meet with you. If I had to guess, it would have been
Mike
the
Hill didn't
clubhouse
meet
manager.
with me. Absolutely not.
Right.
Mike Hill did not meet with me.
Right.
You guys were afraid to come meet with an 18-year-old kid. Which
Wow.
I really don't
Terrified.
understand
Coward.
why.
We were.
And I don't even
Yeah,
understand
Dominique.
why I got suspended.
Is it possible you still work for the team?
Me?
You never got fired.
You never got fired if you're suspended.
Absolutely. I was fired. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. But they actually fired my brother who worked in the home clubhouse.
What did he
And he
drink?
had nothing to do with it.
Did he barf?
Damn, everybody had to go.
You fired the whole family, David?
Listen.
I mean, come on. Why did I get suspended, David? I mean, let me know.
Let him know.
'Cause
We want to find out the answer, David.
I do not feel it is appropriate for you in your capacity as a ball boy to be sitting for an hour drinking milk and then vomiting.
What about his brother?
That's what was presented to me, and I was in favor of the suspension and firing. But if you're going to accuse me of not doing it personally, I apologize, but I cannot possibly personally fire everyone who gets fired. There's not enough time in the day. That's all I'd be doing.
So
Turnover is
So-
crazy.
you let me go, or I got suspended for drinking milk? Is this really where we're at?
Yep.
You
So-
Or was I suspended for gambling?
Remember?
I
what
mean,
you
because
said
I'd love
at the
to
time.
hear. I'd love to hear it. 'Cause,
Nick's-
I mean, we could talk about this all day.
Nick's only been waiting 20 fucking years, David.
I hope we do talk about it all day, to be honest with you.
Sounds good. Get comfy.
Can I ask a question, David? If Nick didn't barf, would he still have his job?
Yes, because I probably would never have found out about it. Because there was stuff that went on with players all the time, and there was stuff that it would never get to my desk. It would never get to the GM's desk, and you know this very well. There was stuff that would go on in the clubhouse all the time.
You guys knew everything that went on in the clubhouses.
We did not have a mole the way you all think we did. We did come down often, and we knew what was going on, but there's stuff that Silver or Brian Greenberg would not have known about, or Rock Hughes today. There's stuff that we would not know about that goes on.
Everybody knew what was going on down there.
Nick, what's the craziest thing that happened in the clubhouse while you were there? Do you have a great clubhouse story?
Careful, we're live.
I mean, some of them are inappropriate. I
Okay,
don't want to
never
talk
mind.
about
Moving
my
on.
crazy
Yeah, family.
clubhouse stories. You know,
Moving on.
that's a thing for another day. I don't want to out anybody.
Well,
That's not why I'm really here.
Let me ask you a question more specific, though, about David, Nick. What was David Samson's reputation in the clubhouse as you understood it?
I mean, David Samson didn't really talk to us. We were peons to him. I mean, he thought he was a big shot. He didn't, you know, if I said more than 6 words to the guy my whole entire career for the Marlins, that was a lot. I mean,
I think that there are many team presidents who speak constantly to visiting clubbies.
yes, there are probably many. You're right. You were not one of them.
Nope.
I worked for the Marlins for 6 years. I worked for another team. I had a personal relationship with the team president. He would say hello to me every day.
Wait, are
I'm
you
not
saying that I
we-
walked past you and ignored you? That is not accurate.
I wouldn't go that far. I think it's pretty accurate. I'm pretty sure that pretty much is accurate.
Well, I hope that your memory is not ruined of the time that you served and the dream that you got to have fulfilled for when it did. I think you had a great 15 minutes that most visiting clubbies do not get when this happened, and I hope you look back at that fondly.
Listen, I appreciate it. I mean,
How's Letterman?
it was,
Was that
great.
fun?
It was a great run. Listen, I thank Brad Penny for getting me on TV. It was awesome.
So does any part of you, Nick, blame Brad Penny as well as David Samson for the way that your time with the Marlins ended?
Absolutely not. I have nothing. I have no issue with Brad. Brad did nothing wrong.
Can
in my
I
eyes.
try one question? Is it possible that you want to thank David Samson because you got to go on Letterman?
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Is it possible that you want to thank David Samson because you got to go on David Letterman because David Samson fired you?
I mean,
Huh? Hug it out?
I don't know if I want to thank him, but I mean, I'll thank him.
You don't have to. I was just wondering.
I mean, sure, why not? I mean,
Oh, I love
awesome.
you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you found a picture
I mean, I
of
don't
it.
know if I would have got on TV without you suspending me,
I would
but I did lose my job.
Yeah.
So
And how did
really-
that lead to the downward spiral in your life?
The downward spiral in my life.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, I got a job with another team that liked me a little bit more. It is what it is.
Oh, so upward spiral.
Did you get a World Series ring? You said you were there for 6 years, and this happened in 2005.
Yes, I got a World Series ring in 2003.
Okay.
It would appear that would be thank you worthy, but what do I know?
Why'd you fire his brother?
Yeah, why'd you fire my brother?
I have no recollection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall.
You just get the whole family out because he might undermine.
Yeah.
What's
Try to get some revenge.
What's your relationship with dairy, David? Maybe there was
Game
something
of
more.
Thrones.
it was a
here.
cinnamon bet.
With who?
With dairy.
Who's Derry?
Dairy,
Milk.
like milk.
Milk.
Yeah, like
Oh,
maybe there's a
oh.
lactose issue here. Maybe
No.
there was like an envy that
I
he
mean,
could drink
listen.
a gallon of milk or something.
Listen, we could have spun this a good way. I mean,
Yeah. It's not too
we
late.
could have had a milk sponsorship or something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not?
Well,
the milk.
This does bring us to a question, Nick, that I've been wanting to find out the answer to ever since we started the show, which is it actually possible to drink a gallon of milk in an hour without vomiting?
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, I'll take your
Whole milk is impossible. I've never tried the other stuff.
Wait, you tried it again?
wait, hold on.
No.
You did
No,
it
just that time.
with whole milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it with whole milk. I didn't try it with 2% or 1% or any of the other things.
He's a real one.
No, that's the gig.
Yeah,
is whole milk.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know. See, the problem is I drank it and I didn't eat anything, so I didn't have anything in my system to soak up anything. So I don't know if that was the problem.
Would you want to do it again, maybe, when you're back from Disney World? Or
I mean,
Or now?
we're here all
sure,
week.
I'd do it again.
All right. So
I'd do it again.
Nick Cirillo, you're gonna come back on the show, and we're gonna figure out a
$500.
way
$500.
to
When
stream
Dan's
this.
back, yeah.
To stream you having an hour to drink a gallon of whole milk.
Well, you can do it here in the studio. You still
Absolutely. Wait, yeah, Nick, where are you based?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
All right, you're coming into studio.
Well, pending the lawyer's approval.
Pending legal review.
Yeah.
And you're going to have an hour to drink a gallon of whole milk with rewards to be decided, but involving both financial and perhaps justice-related consequences with David Samson.
I think it'd be an amazing thing to do, but I would like to just slow Pablo down because we work at a company, and it is highly unlikely that this is going to happen. So I don't want our audience.
Why is it unlikely?
Pablo, you did not work here during the pepper incident.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
Pending lawyer's approval.
Yeah, let's sign some waivers. We got it. We good.
There are not enough waivers that are written. Now, I think it'd be amazing if you did it yourself and showed video, though we're not telling you to
Don't
do
do
it.
that.
I don't think you should do that at all, personally. And on behalf of Meadowlark Media, LLC,
Wow.
it is unconscionable, unreasonable, and very dangerous to drink a
Are
gallon
you
of milk in an
firing
hour.
Nick again right now?
sounds like
I
it.
just
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
I think he's just afraid I could do it.
I think so
I
too.
think that's what I'm
You're
hearing.
Damn
also,
right,
to be
Nick.
honest
You're
with you.
damn right.
I don't think he wants to pay up is the problem.
I will give you I'll put the $500, which I have in my bag, on the table right now.
Well, no, it's
Sound
500
pretty
20 years
scared,
ago.
Samson.
Yeah, inflation
I think you're
adjusted.
It's like
Listen, we
40,000
can go
now.
do it in an undisclosed area. It's all good.
Yes.
You can sit there and watch me do it. I'm not worried about it.
Back alley milk drinking competition.
With dice. Can we throw dice too?
Whoa, what does that mean?
So
We can do whatever. Throw dice,
Craps?
play cards, whatever you want to do. We can play
Nobody?
craps.
Oh, God.
As long as it hits the wall, we're good.
Oh, you'll be playing craps, all right.
You don't crap with it. You don't have time.
more walls will be hit. I'm also confident.
Absolutely.
So Nick, at the end here, I guess just to clarify, any hard feelings towards David?
No. I mean, what kind of hard feelings am I have towards the guy? Like I said, if I said more than 5 words to him my whole life, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't really know him other than what I read in the media and what people say about him.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a real judgment against him. I mean, I am a little pissed off. He ruined my baseball career.
Yep. Ruined.
Right.
I mean, I was waiting for my 10 years. You know, I could get my benefits.
That is
Couple
actually
short down
true.
there.
You cost him a
Damn.
pension, David.
They
And
cost
his
me
brother.
my pension.
Yeah, and
which
his brother.
They cost me and my brother a pension. I mean, time served. It's kind of bullshit, but whatever. Now I got to have a real job and work like a real person, I guess.
Milk?
The least David could do is meet Nick Cirillo in a back alley, undisclosed, somewhere in South Florida, so he can watch him drink a gallon of whole milk in an hour and then possibly be vomited upon.
That's it. You got to catch it.
Nick, what's your favorite team? Maybe David can take you to a game.
My favorite team, I'm a Yankees fan. I was born in New York. I've always been a Yankees fan.
Do you want a Don Mattingly signed ball?
No, you got to up a
Dom,
ball. You cost him his
I
pension.
I could give you one, David.
Perfect.
Oh, I got $500 in my bag right now.
Well, I'm just saying that we'd be I don't actually, but we'll be able to pay up the bet.
Okay.
Because Brad Penny would be good for it.
Yeah.
And
You
so
are
would
too?
we.
Well, he's not mad at Brad Penny.
He shouldn't be mad at Brad Penny.
What color was the barf?
White.
That's what I thought.
PTFO, folks. Make sure you get Pablo Torre Finds Out wherever you get your podcast.
It was
Oh, God.
I mean, I did work after I did that. I mean, I did go right to work after I threw up all over the clubhouse and it was cleaned up.
Who cleaned it?
I didn't really have much of a choice. You know, I'm working. I got to go to work.
That's right. He had a dream to live.
I'm a dream crusher.
Absolutely. I went, picked up some bats, did what I had to do, cleaned some shoes, did some laundry, made sure the players were happy.
And
It's all good. Listen, at the end of the day, all a bat boy is a gesture for the clubhouse. Those players, they want to laugh and have a good time. If you can make them laugh and have a good time, you're golden in there.
You're doing your job.
They're playing for tips.
Got fired for doing his job.
Yes.
Lost his pension and
Doing
the
his
American
job.
dream.
Oh, the whole thing. I ruined his life.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that he's even alive today.
You should pay for his trip to Disney World.
Yeah.
It's a
Nick,
miracle.
did you
I'm
buy
even
those
alive
tickets
today.
already?
What was that in here?
Did you buy those tickets at Disney already? David's offering to pay potentially.
I have annual pass. You want to pay for my hotel? That'd be great.
Ooh.
I have annual passes.
That seems
for
reasonable.
Disney,
Are you at the Polynesian?
No, I'm staying at Coronado Springs. Right now, I'm on the turnpike in Port St. Lucie at a rest stop.
Ooh, Port St. Lucie, Yankee Spring Training Zone. I want to end
I'm
this.
making my way there.
I want to end this segment, Nick, with Nick Cirillo's top 5. Get the sound ready. Top 5 rides he's going to ride at Disney World, having gotten all of this off his chest after 20 years about David Samson. Number 5, Nick Cirillo, you'll be riding.
Dumbo.
Classic.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Haunted Mansion.
Another winner.
It's a good one. It's scary in there. Number 3.
Mine Train.
You have a Genie Plus for that? How are we going to do that? You going to get there early, rope drop? What are you thinking?
Yes, I actually do have a Genie Plus for that.
Awesome.
It's veteran savvy. Number 2.
Number 2 would be
Guardians, a good one. Guardians.
Frozen. Because I have to take my daughter on Frozen.
My daughter
May inform
loves
who he's
Frozen.
with. I would
Loves
assume.
Frozen.
We haven't asked him, but I assume he's with
Elsa. And the number 1 ride Nick Cirillo is going to ride at Disney World, having gotten off of his chest after 20 years all of the things he wanted to say to David Samson, the man who fired him and killed his dream, is...
Took his
And cost him
benefits.
his pension.
Ratatouille.
Say Ratatouille.
And
I
David
didn't bid on that
Sampson's
one.
top 5 list for reasons why he's fired people.
Drive safely.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you,
I
Nick.
appreciate
You're a
it. Thanks,
hero.
guys.
We'll see you in a
Thanks
back
for having me
alley
on the show.
sometime soon. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take care.
He can't take care. He doesn't have a pension.
Yeah, it's harder now without the pension.
That was classic.
Not the Batman the show knew they wanted. The Batman the show needed.
We needed something today.
We got it.
I did fuck it up.
Found out,
It's
guys.
the Batman the show deserved. Should have been the line. Jess just told me. I was wrong.
It's my
Yeah.
guy. My guy. That's my blanket.
I like that guy.
You should have gotten to know him more. Just say hi to him.
On the road to
We're
Disney
journalists, David. We're journalists. We find things out. Maybe you've heard. And yeah, thanks to Nick Cirillo for joining us.
How uncomfortable were you at any point in there?
Zero.
0 1 10.
Zero.
The whole time?
10.
Yes.
Oh,
Zero.
you weren't asking me.
Wait, you were uncomfortable?
Oh, that was a lot.
Lucy?
But uncomfortable because he's not guest worthy or because you were
No.
worried? Right.
No,
What-
we don't put people in hierarchies like you.
It kind of felt like his Pretty Woman moment.
Am I Jason Alexander in that case?
I don't know the movie that well. I heard that his bobblehead night was very, very popular the other night.
First 18,000, and the Yankees have been slumping. The Yankees have been terrible.
They needed it.
It's been rough.
They're the worst team
for-
in baseball
for Nick
since June
and
13th.
my Yankees.
The worst team in baseball. Little known fact there, Normie.
You should get worse than the Rockies?
The worst,
Really?
yes.
Wow. You should get Nick a George Costanza bobblehead. I bet that would make it up to him.
So they only did 18,000, and the stadium holds 55,000. So people were lining up. It was a zoo, like when the Dodgers did the Ohtani bobblehead, and there was some violence and some bad stuff. They don't make enough, and they could. That's what really bothers me.
I have a question for you in terms of that, because I've been to games where I have not gotten a bobblehead or said giveaway, right? And then, 6 months later, hey, the Marlins are at, a walk-a-thon, and there's a little table where you spin a wheel, and they have the giveaway that they allegedly ran out of. And they're giving it to people who just spin a wheel and it lands on that.
Yeah, we keep an extra pallet that we use for giveaways for people who complain. Every employee got every giveaway, so there's a pallet for that. And so basically the reason why there's a limit on the number of giveaways is based on the sponsorship dollar allocation. And so you match up how much money you're getting from the sponsor for that giveaway, what the cost of the bobblehead is, and you always order more that the team keeps.
When I went to an Angels game when Ohtani was playing there, they were giving out snow globes of him, and there were so few people there that I left with like 8 Shohei Ohtani snow globes and just gave them to my friends.
Wow.
You could sell those in one of your junk sales.
I don't know where they are now, and it's not junk.
Yeah, well, isn't everything you get not junk at the junk sales?
What?
No, what?
I thought that when you
Do you
go
mean
to
a
junk
state
sales...
sale?
She buys
Sales.
estates.
Yeah, and I'm not dead, so I'm not ready for my estate sale.
No, but I
quite
thought
yet.
that the things you find are things that are really cool.
They are really cool, so they're not junk.
Yeah, Lucy is scrapbooking junk.
Yeah, that's my junk journal.
Journaling junk.
Yes.
One man's junk, also
Another man's treasure? I'm with you. So where are the snow globes now?
I gave a lot to my friends. I think I have one at my dad's house, and there's probably one packed up in my stuff, but I had a lot of Shohei Ohtani snow globes.
Those are worth something now.
Yeah.
I think they were worth something then, too.
Yeah.
She gave them away because she loves people. She didn't have to monetize it.
People are obsessed with giveaways.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
You do season ticket packages based on giveaways. There's a whole meeting that happens when you're doing your giveaway calendar that you choose when to do it, what day of the week. It's crazy.
Welfare state.
No, it's just how do you maximize the giveaway and what do we think people are going to like? You don't think it's bizarre that people love the Seinfeld?
You don't think it's bizarre that that dude wants to write Ratatouille?
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way up to, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Batard. Batard. That's shopify.com/Batard, Batard, now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Batard.
Howdy, y'all, it's Mike, and since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing that is not up for debate, grilling and beer always go together. Even I know that, and I'm not the manliest American type, but I know that if I'm grilling out there, I need a Miller Lite in my hand. Why? Because Miller Lite keeps it simple, undebatable quality, and it tastes as great as my barbecue. It's a beer that strips away everything that I don't need and holds on to what matters most. The light beer with the most taste. Less filling and only 96 calories. Nothing says summer like a Miller Lite. It's the original light beer since 1975 and a perfect companion for all grill masters or wannabe grill masters across this great land. With a Miller Lite in your hand, grilling doesn't just taste great, tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories per 12 ounces.
Dan Le Batard.
Oh, I like firing people. So I take the opportunity to fire whenever I possibly can because I can use it as a learning experience for them and try to help them out and try to point out what they did wrong. But in this case, the employee was enough levels below where I was that I did not do the firing, but I had it done within moments of discovery.
I love the idea. I like firing people. It's just absurd. It's absurd.
Stugotz.
I'm talking about people who I fire who deserve it, who have done something that actively requires me to fire them. It is my unadulterated pleasure to do so.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
So I have a CPAP machine now.
God,
I'm jealous.
So attractive.
Have you gotten diagnosed, Billy, with
No,
CPAP?
I wish.
Yeah. So It's pretty cool.
Do you have to travel with it?
I brought it to Miami.
Really? Where is it? In your room? Can you bring it down?
Yeah, it's in my room.
Which version? What model you got?
It's a pretty lightweight portable one. So
go on.
Most CPAP machines, if you're not familiar, people think about them, they're like, the Darth Vader mask. And so CPAP, by the way, stands for continuous positive airway pressure. And so you put the whole thing on, it's like a gas mask. This is not that. It's just a thing you put in your nose, light straps. And what you get, and the reason it's cool, is because it's a stream of constant oxygen pumped into your body for as long as you're asleep. And after fighting this at first, I've come to really appreciate it, perhaps because I have been diagnosed with some form of sleep apnea. And so...
You did a study?
Yeah, I did a sleep study. I allegedly snore. Allegedly.
Your partner said that?
Liz has told me for years that...
Does she like the CPAP machine?
She loves nothing more than the CPAP machine. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Imagine that's how her reacts to it. But
And I feel great when I wake up. I feel great. I'm full of oxygen. I'm oxygenated. It feels like a PED. Except I fell asleep last night having not turned it on. And so I feel like shit today.
I didn't get as much sleep last night as I wanted either because I believe that my melatonin was spiked.
With?
I don't know.
Where did you get melatonin?
Uppers?
I don't know. No, it didn't keep me awake. It put me to sleep, but it had me having ridiculous, crazy dreams that I would never have. And so I bought the cheap one because I was like, all right, let's get this cheap melatonin. It's all the same. I'm on the road. I forgot my melatonin. Let me go grab some cheap melatonin. Not in Miami. They put extra.
You got some bodega melatonin?
I guess they trafficking in the melatonin bottles now. That's what they do. That must be how they get it here.
You didn't just go to like CVS?
I did go to CVS. Oh, you think they not in on the traffic?
You're now saying CVS spikes the melatonin.
Allegedly.
I don't know who.
I would say allegedly, if we don't mind.
I don't know who spiked my melatonin, but I had a ridiculous dream about one of my friends trying to kill me, and I had like a sleep paralysis situation.
Oh.
And then I woke up to like floating heads. I mean, I thought I was awake. You ever had a dream where you dream that you woke up?
Yep.
But then there were like skulls floating around my room, and I was like, oh, I'm still asleep. Eventually, I woke up and I texted Charlie like, hey, Charlie, I think somebody spiked my melatonin.
What time was this text?
Like 11.
Oh,
yeah, like
all this
11
happened
PM.
before 11
Yeah.
p.m.?
Yeah.
What time did you go to bed?
Like 9:30.
My guy. Samson, what are
Growing
you
boy.
doing with like the Pablo not looking hot while he's asleep thing?
I
look hot.
Nah.
Well
Apparently
asleep.
David thinks you don't and that you should. And you should get rid of your machine.
I think that
For go
people who
breathing.
use those machines, it's not attractive to the partner.
Huh.
I would think that it's not an invitation for middle of the night fun and games.
Well, what do you do to look like a hot boy before bed?
I just don't go to bed. I mean, I wash up and brush my teeth, but I think it's hilarious. Did you not think everyone that he was texting Charlie at 4 a.m? I can't believe you at 11 p.m. all this had happened.
Oh yeah, I have self-respect. I don't text people at those hours unless.
Hold on. Two things. Nothing is hotter than your health.
Only two. Okay.
Number one. Number two, you guys ever have sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
I had it
It's
last
terrifying.
week during a nap. I get nap paralysis.
Lucy?
Yes. Also, your melatonin thing, every time I take melatonin, I have like gnarly dreams too. Last time I took it, my dream was that they sent my brother to Mars and that things went bad and they would not go get my brother. And I was like, please, somebody go get Jack. And then I woke up.
Call Matthew McConaughey.
Jack is so cool. He will never go to
It's
Mars.
an underrated feeling when you have like a nightmare or a creepy dream or some scary dream. Waking up from that, underrated happiness because you really feel like it's real. I've had that dream with like the anxiety or stress before a big game. I've had the dream that I had that big game coming up, and then I would wake up like, I gotta worry about Randy Moss today at all. That's nice. Let me just go talk to my microphone. Doo-doo-doo.
I have that, except instead of Randy Moss, it's biology.
Class?
It's the test.
I get those dreams too. Yeah. Where I like get it like probably once every couple months where I'm like, I don't have enough credits to graduate.
Yeah, same. Or I have a final and I don't know if I'm going to pass
Yeah.
this class, and what do I do if I don't graduate?
The trauma we all have. We've all had those dreams.
Can I admit what mine is?
What?
It's Dan. It's not having things ready for highly questionable.
Really?
Yeah.
He's your sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, I had insomnia because of Dan when I worked with him.
None of
that's
us can
so
relate.
real.
Yeah.
That's so real. I like the idea that Dan is the demon at the edge of your bed.
Once
that you can't.
Where are my topics?
Once every 2 months, I just have a dream where
These glasses are real.
Hyperventilating, being like, why is the clip not ready? Why?
I had a really weird one a couple months ago. It was that I had drank too much milk at work, and then I got fired, and my pension got taken. And then I woke up and was so relieved that no one would be so ridiculous.
And they fired your brother.
As to fire me and my brother.
I still don't get that part of
Because
the
I
story.
drank a little too much vitamin D and I threw up.
White.
What?
It's white.
Why are you looking at me like that? That was a rough dream.
That's a tough dream.
I was
I mean,
hurt.
can you imagine that being somebody's reality?
He lost his American dream that day.
That's quite.
A dream deferred.
George Washington is proud. That's the American
I think King
dream.
George is proud, honestly, of your actions.
Speaking of the UK and Britain, I have an F1 minute from the British Grand Prix.
We could use it because
Yes.
I watched every minute of the 52 laps and it was awesome.
We can talk Wimbledon later, Charlie. Don't get us off track.
Said UK.
Billy, hit the music. It was a great race. I agree. We agree for the second time today. I wouldn't have fired that guy, though. But that's a conversation
There
for
you
another
would've.
day.
It's the final race of an F1 triple header, and we're in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Brad Pitt's new F1 movie trailer is out, and it's called F1. Mercedes is on the front rows. George Russell looks to repeat his Austrian Grand Prix win. It's lights out and away we go. The Mercedes lead the pack, but rain is on the radar. It's starting to fall in Silverstone, and Norris and Piastri are 1-2. When will the drivers come in and put on intermediates? Charles Leclerc is the test dummy. Then Verstappen and Sainz come in. Mercedes double stack Hamilton and Russell, but McLaren only brings in Norris. After Piastri stop, Norris, Hamilton, Verstappen, and Russell lead the race. Verstappen is struggling to hang on, and Russell has to retire. Lando is leading his home race, but the sun is shining, and the drivers will need to make another stop. 13 laps to go. Lewis Hamilton puts on softs. Verstappen puts on hards, and Lando Norris comes in a lap later. Which tires will he be put on? He takes softs, and it's a slow stop. Lewis Hamilton has the lead. He has 12 laps to go, and as home race, it's the race he's won 8 times. Verstappen and Lando are hot behind him. Verstappen passes Norris and is closing the gap on the Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton has to be perfect to finish the race in front. He's on his final lap. He hasn't won a race since 2021. He's speeding down the Hamilton straight to finish. Verstappen can't catch him. Hamilton has done it. Lewis Hamilton is back on top of the podium.
That is a great F1 minute.
Spitting like Twister.
That was tough. A lot happened in that race. I had to cut a lot out, guys.
You did great. For those, did you watch the race? Did you know there was a race yesterday?
I did know there was a race. I was flying to Miami with my CPAP machine, so I missed it. But I feel like I'm caught up now.
Yeah.
He cried. The only thing did you edit out that Lewis Hamilton cried?
I didn't edit. I had to edit a lot out, but I didn't have that. He did cry at the end because he said after the race he didn't know if he would ever win another race in Formula One after 2021. And I think a lot of fans and people who have followed F1 the last 2 years probably also wondered if he'd ever win another race again, because it's been pretty tough for him since the 2021 finale when he lost to Max Verstappen. And he's been on the podium a handful of times, but winning that race, especially the British Grand Prix, he's won the most times there of any driver and the most driver to win that many times at a single track. He broke so many records yesterday. Like, it was just an absolute storybook finish, and it felt like if Brad Pitt was making a movie about Formula One, like, that's the script. That should be the movie, because that felt like a movie.
I didn't love the trailer.
It looked kind of... I don't know what to expect. It could be good. I don't know. Gunther Steiner was the highlight of the trailer, though.
As a non
that was probably a bad sign.
As a non F1 obsessive, I don't know if that did enough to convert outsiders. I was like, so the car turns.
Right. The opening scene was like, everyone's car is faster on the straights. We need to make one that goes faster on the turns. And she's like, how am I supposed to make that safe? And Brad Pitt's like, I never said anything about safe.
Dun dun.
It's like,
It does sound like they got an AI script writer and was like, hey, F1's hot. Brad Pitt's hot. Make a movie about F1 with Brad Pitt.
But what are we going to call it, Dominique? What will we call the F1 movie starring Brad Pitt, the biggest movie about
that
F1?
Apple is spending 200 large on. Just so we can make sure we're clear about
200,000
million, Billy.
Oh.
That's the American dream.
F1 is the name.
Howdy, y'all, it's Mike, and since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing that is not up for debate, grilling and beer always go together. Even I know that, and I'm not the manliest American type, but I know that if I'm grilling out there, I need a Miller Lite in my hand. Why? Because Miller Lite keeps it simple, undebatable quality, and it tastes as great as my barbecue. It's a beer that strips away everything that I don't need and holds on to what matters most, the light beer with the most taste. Less filling and only 96 calories. Nothing says summer like a Miller Lite. It's the original light beer since 1975 and a perfect companion for all grill masters or wannabe grill masters across this great land. With a Miller Lite in your hand, grilling doesn't just taste great, tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories per 12 ounces.
There was a time when summer surprised us, when galleries opened minds, adventures opened hearts, and we all remained open to whatever the day might offer. It was a time to enjoy. It was summer. This summer at Biltmore. Plan your visit or overnight stay so you can enjoy the marvelous works of Chihuly and savor the season. Reserve now at Biltmore.com.